Hello. I'm echoing. Darn it. Welcome to Lunch and Learn. We're excited to be here. Just a few little technical difficulties getting on today, but we're right on time. So way to go, Krista.
Woohoo! Hello, everyone. I'm Krista, and I'm excited to be here on Tax Day with all of you, ushering in this day that has been extended because of everything we all already know. So glad to have them done and in.
Yeah, amen. My name is Melinda Pearson, and I'm excited to be coming at you live this afternoon, whatever time it is, right? I kind of forgot about tax day because I got my taxes done. And then last week, everybody I was talking to was like, I got to get my taxes done. I'm like, oh, all right. They extended that.
Me included.
So we thought when we were planning out our month of July, we do these lunch and learns every week on Wednesdays from 12 to 12:30. It's just a kind of a fun little way that we started during this pandemic to reach out and do some education, do some sharing, do some fun, do some celebrating, all of those things that can kind of be bundled in there virtually. We decided to take this on. So Krista and I are learning new things and doing this. And today I was so bold to put it out there, what we were going to talk about on my personal wall. So we'll see if we have any people that pop on that haven't been to this before, or maybe you're going to watch this after the fact. But what we want to do is weekly just come at you with some education and things that we've learned that can help us improve each of ourselves to be our best version of ourselves. So today we're going to talk about what can being in business for yourself, having a side hustle, having a little thing on the side, a gig. What do we all want to call those things? It can be whatever, obviously for us, we're in the direct selling arena. It can be an MLM. It could be you've started your own business with an LLC. You could be doing Etsy or DoorDash or I know Uber and Lyft have kind of taken a little bit of a hit right now, but those kinds of things, or maybe you've got an Airbnb or all of those things that you can turn into a side hustle. We want to talk about the advantages of doing just that. So we couldn't pass up the opportunity since it was tax day. We thought it was a perfect time to share some of the information that we know. So if you're watching, we'd love for you to participate. We'd love for you to ask questions. We'd love for you to let us know you're here. Whether you're watching live or you're watching after the fact today, we'd also love for you to give our page a like, our Rhythms and Routine Beauty and Bliss page, which is designed with you in mind to be able to think about those self-care and those items of yourself and how we can be the best version of ourselves. We're working to get to 100 likes. And when we do, we've got a fun drawing that we're going to do. So who on here is like, if it's free, it's for me, right? That would be me. That's how I got here in the first place.
Right?
Right. All right. I don't think I would have ever started my business all those years ago if I wouldn't have gotten some things for free. So just a little snippet about me. I've been representing Mary Kay Cosmetics now for, in December, it'll be 27 years. And I didn't start out to be the Mary Kay lady, but I'm so grateful that this is the path that I've chosen, or that chose me, and that I've been able to work from home for all of these years. So I'll give you a little bit more, but I wanted to let you know how long I've been doing this. So I do have some credibility to being able to be in business for a long time. What about you, Krista? Want to share just a little snippet of yours?
I do. I have been building my business for 25 years. This month on July 31st, Melinda went to a seminar and she came back saying, Krista, I don't know if this is going to work for me, but it might be the best thing for you. So would you be willing to listen and just see what you think? And Allison was 2 months old at the time and I wanted to stay home with her. And I thought, what the heck? I'm willing to listen just to get the information that I need to know to make an intelligent decision. I said yes, and here I am. I'm pretty sure it's been a good decision. So I love every minute of it. I love getting to talk with people that are new to me, because through this vehicle of what we do, this little side hustle. So thanks for being with us today.
And for us, it's become more than a side hustle. It is our calling, Absolutely. Our vocation, our life's work, truly. So for those of you that don't know, Krista and I are sisters. So we do talk alike. We do say the same things. We kind of have the same mannerisms. It's not because we've been in Mary Kay for 25 years together. That's part of it, though, I guess. Truthfully, right?
Right.
So some of the things that we know that I wanted to impart on you today is there's some really great advantages to having something on the side. And right now we know with the situation that our country is in, with so many of you have been furloughed. I mean, here in Nebraska, we I believe don't have quite the same capacity as some of the coasts have had. Of course, we have a high unemployment rate here too. But just, in thinking about that, people that have been furloughed, people that have been laid off, people whose jobs have been diminished because of this, companies that aren't opening, a lot of people are finding themselves in a situation where they need to learn a new skill. They need to have some extra income. They need to have income. And,
sure.
direct sales or network marketing can really be a great avenue for you. I know many of us don't start out with this business and thinking, "Oh, I want to do sales," or "Oh, I want to be the Mary Kay lady." That I didn't wake up one day and say that. However, I'm so grateful that Mary Kay Ash the Lady started this company to empower women, that she started this opportunity for people like me to have an unlimited earning potential where I could have flexibility and freedom. I could work without quotas. I could design my workday around what I needed to have that flexibility and that freedom. Now, Krista and I are both going to be the first to say working for yourself is not a get rich quick scheme. It's not something where you sign up or you decide to work for yourself and then you sit on the couch and watch TV and eat. I was going to say bonbons, but I don't think I've ever had a bonbon. So why do I say that? It really is about building relationships and about promoting your whatever it is that you're doing. And in this case, we fell in love with offering a great skincare system for every member of your family, and color cosmetics, and then a way of life. So let's start with some of the benefits that you can get from having a side hustle. I think that that's important. And then we'll talk a little bit about some of those tax advantages since it is tax day, and that's kind of what came on here. So Chris, I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you share a few of the benefits that you feel like you've gotten from having your career that started out on the side and now is your full-time career?
Some of the benefits that I would say, the immediate benefit is being able to design my schedule, to work my life around my life, being able to put my priorities in order. So saying that I work, I do have to schedule my time. I do have to punch a clock, so to speak, but I get to do that for myself. So then I can have that advantage. And then when my daughters had something or my husband took a day off, I could take a day off with him and didn't have to ask an employer if I could have the time. So that right away, having the freedom and flexibility is one of my greatest things I think I feel the most gratitude for. So that right off the top. But then, talking tax advantages, now that the girls are grown, and that being able to have some deductions is a great thing in having your own business that is, you got those little things that you can take off that help in the long run.
Right. So let's come back around to that here in a minute.
Okay.
I think really for, benefits of being in business for yourself, just like you said, the flexibility and the freedom. That is number one. Actually, that's number two. Number one, extra income.
Yes.
Most of us start for extra income. I was doing a little bit of homework and I found a study that was done by Bankrate.com. It was a 2017 study, but I think that the numbers are pretty true today, or probably even on a higher level. Their statistics were that more than 44 million people have a side hustle. That's a lot of people, right?
Yes.
And of the 86% that do this to earn extra money, 36% earn more than $500 a month. So I ask you, would that make a difference for you? If you were in a position where you could add an extra $500 to your budget, would that make a difference? And some of the things that are going to come from being able to earn that extra money, be it $50 a month, be it $5,000 a month, it's all across the board. In our business, it's an unlimited earning potential. That's how Mary Kay created it. So that extra income can do a lot of things. It can pay off debt. It can allow you to have some retail therapy or therapy in general if you need that. It can allow you to plan for your future. Being in self-employed and having this business, we can fund, this is actually a tax advantage. You can fund a SEP account, a SEP IRA, where you can apply more money towards your retirement than you could if you're an employee. So you have that extra capability. So I think it's that extra income, that freedom and flexibility, that self-awareness or personal development that comes from being self-employed is a huge thing, a confidence booster. Again, in our environment, which is what I've known, I've done for so many years, is that we know through our business, we're encouraged to work on ourselves. We're encouraged to be that best version. So we're encouraged on a daily basis to invest in our own intelligence, feed our brains, so to speak.
Right.
And really grow yourself. So the skills that you learn along the way, the communication skills, the self-confidence, all of those things that come from that. And I would pose the can't think of the word to put out there that that increased skill set that you can gain from working your own business will be more fulfilling. It can allow you to maybe be a stepping stone into something else. In fact, I didn't even share this with you, Krista, but I ran into a former consultant the other day, and I'll share with you later who, but since I'm live and I, don't know who's watching, but we had a great social distancing conversation in the parking lot of Menards. And it was so fun to see her. And one of the things that she said is the education that she received from her Mary Kay business was huge in the fact of how Mary Kay praises people to success and how to push through challenges and how to learn how to pick up the phone and promote what it is that you're promoting. And I would pose that that's true of working for yourself in any business. When you are out there and you are growing yourself, stretching yourself, but when you're passionate about something, you're more willing to talk about it. So pushing through some of those challenges that can sometimes stop us. And then finally, the other thing that I wanted to share is that the security in working for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I could fire myself. There's probably been lots of times in my career where I should have. Right. But I can count on me. I know that I can work more or differently or in different pockets. I can continue to grow my business. Sometimes when we work for an employer, that's out of our hands. So for me, that has been a huge piece, is that security and knowing that if I'm willing to make connections, I'm willing to talk to people, I'm going to be able to have income coming in. So that's a great thing. All right. What'd I leave out? Can you think of anything?
The only thing that I was thinking as you said that, and it kind of came in fleeting, and now I'm having trouble coming up with it, that you do get to count on you and having that security of deciding, what you want to do, and nobody can do that but you. That benefit in there. I should have just butt in when you were talking, because now I can't think of it either. So
it'll come back.
It will. It for sure will.
I think that the other thing too is the confidence. Well, I said that, I think the confidence, but the new contacts you make, the connections you make.
Yes.
That was why I started all those years ago, is because I wanted a way to make friends. And having a side hustle can be a great way to put you in different circles, for you to meet different people, maybe that you were intended to meet, but you would have never crossed their path had you not had this vehicle. So those are a lot of the benefits that I feel come along with saying yes to direct sales or network marketing, or something that you're going to do on the side where you're independent. Okay, I guess that's the other thing that I should add. So when I was talking about some of those, when I mentioned some names like DoorDash or those, when you're an independent contractor, thinking about the things that happen with the tax advantages are kind of what we wanted to talk about. There's some great advantages, and I don't mean this but in a bad way, you do have to be willing to educate yourself a little bit on that, and making sure that you're doing the things that you need to do because you are a business owner. So what we know about taxes and what we know about the country we choose to live in, I would say I choose to live here, is that the way our country works is we pay taxes, and those taxes are used to provide different services and different things for us. So I know oftentimes we say, oh, I don't want to pay any, I'm trying not to pay taxes. The thing that I would love for everyone to remember, though, is if you are paying in and you're paying taxes, that means what? You make money.
Making money.
Yes.
So that is a great thing, that we are making money. The reason behind having your own business is to make sure you're keeping most of your money, paying your fair share. I know that's debatable, but we're not going to go into that conversation today.
Right.
But you're keeping your money, the majority of your money, and you can do that with the tax advantages that you get from that. So some of the tax deductions that you can take as a self-employed person. And there's lots of ways to be self-employed. I think it'll be another class or another session if we wanted to break down sole proprietor, which is how most of us start. That's the simplest. That's kind of the default way. Then you can get into partnerships if you've got someone that you're working with, or an LLC, which is a limited liability company. That's going to give you some separation of the entity between you and your business, so your liabilities. An S corporation, that allows you to be an employee and an owner at the same time, but keeps it separate from your personal. So you're payrolling yourself. Or there's a C corporation, and that's where you have the owners and the business entities are taxed separately. So I could get more into that with you, but really having a tax accountant is a smart idea, especially when you're new, just someone to bounce off. But I will tell you, some of the online services have great questions, and they walk you through it, and online help. So that is an option too when you're new. But some of those tax deductions is of course, your startup expenses. Like in Mary Kay, you get a starter kit, that's a tax deduction, kind of a cool thing. So you use that, and then, you're going to use those products in that starter kit, which is a bonus, but you need to use your products in order to be able to promote it, right? So a home office, as long as you have an area that's designated in your house where you conduct most of your business, you can take that percentage of that room as a tax deduction. That's a great thing, right? You got the house anyway.
It is.
Of course,
now we're doing more work from home right now. So
Right, exactly. We're doing that's our business. We're 100% from home. And I know a lot of them are at this point. So computer software, tools and equipment, vehicle expenses can be used as tax deduction. Some insurance premiums. That's a good thing. Education, furthering that education, again, like I said earlier, in our business, we're encouraged to really work on ourselves. So enrolling in different courses, books that we buy to improve ourselves. And that's not the romance novels, right? That would be the books that are on personal self-development, self-help, business tools, all those kinds of things. Like our business is a lot of mindset. So we, have a lot of education.
There's one right on my desk. This was a good one.
Oh yeah. That's a great book.
Melinda even gifted me this book. So that was fun too.
I read that book 3 times.
Yeah.
Travel expenses, meals, dues and subscriptions. So in being a savvy retailer or a savvy side hustler, You want to make sure you collect all your receipts. You want to keep track of your receipts. I know when I was a brand new consultant and I didn't think I was going to do this business, I was smart. I treated it like a business. So I set myself up with a separate account for my business. So all of you want to do that so that you can track your money. I kept all of my receipts, which we teach all of our consultants to do, keeping that separate so that you have that you deposit all your income into that one account. You don't embezzle from yourself, which is super easy to do when you got a money bag and if you've got a company where the people pay you directly. But we are all adults and we can be disciplined and we can do what we need to do for the advantages and for our futures. So you deposit all that money and then you pay yourself. So you're keeping track of all of that. What I started to say earlier about the government and paying taxes and all of that is they know that this is how our society grows, is by people that want to be entrepreneurs that are starting their own businesses. Someone had to start the big companies. Someone, we know Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook. We know Bezos was his name. He started Amazon. We know Mary Kay Ash started Mary Kay Cosmetics. We know, I could go on and on, right? Though that's how our world, the capitalism is created. So they give us lots of deductions to start a business. There's lots of little fun things that you can do to keep that money in your pocket so that you can grow your business, so that you can become as large as you want to become. It's such a cool thing. So that side hustle that was extra income in the beginning that allowed you to pay off debt, or then it allowed you to increase your build your wealth or increase your skill sets.
Take family vacations or put braces on a child's teeth.
Yeah, all of those things that it allowed you to do, really, it's such an amazing thing. So I don't know. Is there anything else? What am I forgetting?
I think you've covered it really well. I think the only things that I would add is just the specifics, and that Mary Kay was an icon, and she was one woman who had a dream on her heart to make a difference for women everywhere, and has truly impacted our lives and the organizations we have built. And it's just really, it's a great day to be an entrepreneur. So
yeah,
I think does anybody, as you go along and you're listening, I know that catching people during lunch breaks and different things right now can be a challenge at times. So if you get on and you're listening to this, be sure to type a question in the comments or message Melinda or myself, and we'd be happy to answer any specific questions that you may have in regards to becoming somebody that has a side hustle or a little side gig, part-time job, whatever you want to call it.
Right. And it doesn't for you. Right. It doesn't have to take a lot of hours either. But what I will say, back to that at the beginning when I said, we don't lay on the couch. You can work from your couch right now, though. I need to throw that in there.
Yeah.
You can sit on your couch and you can do everything virtual. And, through another direct selling party that Krista just had, she learned that you can do everything digitally. Like, she didn't even have a phone conversation with the consultant that she was working with. That to me is so intriguing. Right? I mean,
yes, I was amazed by that. Definitely had a little bit of old school coming through. And, we are living in a growth, fast-paced society. And that's really attractive to people because their time, they can send a message on their own time. They don't have to, they know you're going to get back to them, and they just do it right then. I mean, I had early morning conversation and late at night conversation, but we were both respectful of each other and what would work for us.
Technology has opened up so many possibilities. So what I was going to say is it doesn't have to take a lot of time, but it does need to be consistent time. So if you have little small pockets of time that you can consistently build your business day after day, week after week, month after month, you can be wherever you want to be. I mean, we do work for ourselves. Sometimes it means extra hours. Is it worth it? absolutely worth it.
Absolutely. You know, I did just think of that one thing, Melinda. It's a season, a reason, or a lifetime. I think when you were talking about running into the person in the parking lot and talking to her, and what a gift that the communication skills, the personal growth, the self-confidence, all of that. It doesn't have to be a lifelong decision to have something like this. It might be the stepping stone that takes you to your next best thing. So,
which was in her case for her.
Yes. Yes.
That's a cool thing. So we would be remiss if we didn't extend an opportunity to you, or an invitation to you, to look at our personal businesses, like our Mary Kay Cosmetics. You know, when we decided to do this topic, we really do and genuinely wanted it to be, across the board neutral, where it would help anybody that's doing anything. But on that note, you have to know that we absolutely love what we do, that we've represented this company for so long. That just doesn't necessarily happen anymore today. You don't really hear of people working at companies for a long time. We go on to the next thing. With our company, though, I really think that the environment that we have, the culture is one of the things that really that makes Mary Kay Cosmetics stand out. And you should know that we're a debt-free, privately owned company by the family who desires to continue to keep Mary Kay's dream alive. That is huge to me. So when you are looking for what that side gig or that side hustle is going to be, I hope you'll consider talking to one of us, or your Mary Kay consultant, or a Mary Kay consultant about what it is that we have to offer. We have a product that's consumable. You're going to, as long as our customers are using it, they're going to need to reorder it. So Krista and I both have had people that have been purchasing products from us for 25 years. Existing customer base, dual marketing system, which I see I'm running out of time, but what that means is we have selling, and we have team building, and we have the company that supports this behind us, that there are, and then us, the independent beauty consultant that represents this product as a brand ambassador, as beauty consultant, whatever you want to call us. So really, when you're looking for what that side thing is going to be for you right now, if you need to earn extra income and thinking about representing being a part of a direct sales company or an MLM, think about something that's consumable. Think about something that works well in economic downturns. When there's hard times, people are going to want their moisturizer. They're going to want their cleanser, right? I mean, I think about what things that I want to make sure I have. So I know we would just love the opportunity to share more with you. And we are looking for people that want to represent this company. This is our growth year. Krista and I are going to the top. Our units are, we've launched off. I said the other day, the train has left the station. The fire has been ignited. The rocket has blasted off. Right. There is room for you to come along with us. And it's really, really a small investment. Yeah.
Absolutely.
A very small investment. Like right now, ridiculously small.
Should I pop it out there? Should we really tell them? I think let's do it.
Yeah. So it's $30 to start a Mary Kay business right now. That's unheard of to me. But really what that gives you is your website and your ability to accept credit cards, to have a credit card processing company that you can be in business for yourself. So consider that. And thank you for those that are watching. Thanks for those that watched us later. Be sure to like our page. Be sure to let us know you were here. We will get the notifications if you comment. And, happy Tax Day. Yeah, here's to more wealth, more money in our pockets, being smart business people, and knowing that the future is bright. So go out and have a great, God-filled, glorious day.
And let your light shine.